MTN Premier League saw Royal Leopards, Mbabane Swallows, Seabirds and Mbabane Highlanders all record wins in the second week of the 2022 football calendar, a perfect start to the new year. First on the courts, defending champions were out to maintain their number one spot when they hosted Dinyosi at Galanga Stadium in Sitegi. Leopards knew the task at hand if they are to successfully defend the MTN Premier League title after slipping out against Moneni in their previous outing. Coach Edwin Matsebula made 5 changes to the team, seeing Matawe and Mlilo returning to the starting lineup. Struggling Dinyosi, who are forever chopping and changing, were hoping for a better luck this time around. Velapi Lamini, William Gunene and Bellamino Albino were added on the starting 11 to help maintain a high-flying Leopard. Going with the 1-4-5-1 formation, with Mpendulo as the lone defensive midfielder, with Velapi, William, Mfundo and Butogo playing ahead of him. Dinyosi were the quickest of the block, with the first chance falling to Tobisu Kumalo, who shot wide. Leopards recovered quickly to create a chance of their own through Junior Makakula. Ingwe Mabalabala's intentions were clear as they continued to pile pressure on Dinyosi, Junior with yet another chance. It was a half of not too many chances as the Captain Mlilo got the last chance of the half. That's how the first half will end, with a goalless draw. The real chance of the second half fell to Junior, who shot straight to the keeper. Substitute Vanelo Tabetse brought in the power needed up front. Creativity, stability, and most importantly, the goal. Wandiles Milane was the man for the job as he knitted Leopards first in the 65th minute. Leopards created chance after chance, with the home team leading front, taking turns in testing the goalkeeper. Fanelo, the dribbling wizard, continued to change the game for Leopards, proving hard to contain for Dinyosi, resulting in a penalty. Wandile Smelana stepped up to extend Leopards' lead 2-0 to the home team and a brace for himself. That's how the match will end. 3 goals for 3 points for the defending champions. Top of the log is where they remain.
Okay, playing against Dinyosi, I think without defender today, and we were defending 3 central defenders. So, first half was shy ball. Man, we were not composed kakhulu lapha eboxing. The second half we say ayishintsha ngibiyela ku 4-4-2 diamond. Yes. Azongisebenzele because lama central defenders la lang 2 akhonile lokuphika sasisathola letikhala. It's a good win now, Shanja. After it defeated from Moneni, County Moneni, yeah, that's false. But yes, it's Moneni was shy because we had a correct time.
Ngicabanga ukuthi kahle terrible nokuthi nje basinike tough match. Ngicabanga ukuthi la suka khona bezama kulungisa wona lamaphutha.
Ukhuluma nge-tough match vele first half banibambile yini leshinjile ku-dressing room le-shift coach ukuthi nibuye second half nikhona kufaka ama-opportunities niwashayela amakhona.
Ngicabanga ukuthi sichubeke ngale ndlela lebesidlala ngo-first half except for i-composure and nabo bese bayathina sibese sicapitalize khona lapho.
Alright, next game captain.
Ngicabanga ukuthi next game sithatha igame inye ezi-8. Ngicabanga ukuthi nako lokho umcowa singabuki le khashana sibuke le dawo.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it was always going to be difficult playing the league champions, the defending champions. So, yeah, I want to give credit to my boys, especially for the first 45 minutes. We really pushed, but yeah, I knew we were going to capitulate at some point. But I thought maybe fitness-wise we're not there. That's why we let in that first goal especially. And then from then on, I think mental toughness lagged also. And then we considered the other 2. Yes, look, we are not in a good position on the log. And it's time we push up. The performance today is encouraging. I'm hoping for the best in the next fixture.
Thank you, coach.
Welcome, thanks.
Ngicabanga ukuthi igame so far siyawaluza but akusiko lokubi. Ngicabanga ukuthi it's one of those days whereby i-team idzinga inhlanhla. Whereby senda konke lesicabanga ukuthi ku-right but at the end of the day ma-result kungabi ngilele siwafisayo.
Kule game yanamhla siyabona first half benibabambile niqale kahle nacisha nathola goal. Ngabe second half ilahleke kuphi?
Ngicabanga ukuthi i-team igcwele kakhulu bafana la basebancane labasakhula of which bayadlala to a certain level bese nakugcina ku-creeper in bese baluza i-concentration because it's one of those games whereby siluza amagoli because of the concentration, not ukuthi the boys are playing bad or hard.
Next game?
We're playing Manzini Wanderers.
What can you say?
It's one of a game lesingathola khona ama-point of which last season we managed ukuthi sithole 4 points from them. Kude lokungasihlula nanyalo. We have to go back sisebenze kakhulu ukuthi sichange lesimo lesikiso nyalo. It's a losing streak of 3 games now in a row whereby we need to turn the corner and then things zitaba kahle.
Right, all the best in the next picture.
Sharp tara.
The second game saw second-placed Mbabane Highlanders face a determined Tabanguli Kellis to what was a top-5 clash. Engulfed by a lot of off-the-field scuffles, Highlanders knew the task at hand if they are to keep up with Leopards. Why fix what's not broken? Kallis maintained a bigger chunk of the team that has carried them in the first few games of the season, seeing them among the leading pack. The usual suspects, Highlanders top goal scorer Scully, South African creative Moloto and experienced left back Sanele Mkweli were all part of the starting line-up. A high-tempo match with Moloto being brought down outside the 18-area box by Jimo Moses. Mkweli stepped up to net Highlanders first in the match. It's not every day where you see defenders score, but when they do, it's pretty special. Immediately after that, Kallis were in search of their own special moment, with Jabulani Mpimbili blasting it over the goal. It was end-to-end stuff with Highlanders at it again. Kosinati Fagutse was brought down inside the box with referee Tulani Sibanze pointing to the spot. Scully converts 2-0 to Inkunze Mnyama. Highlanders wanted more from the match as they created a number of chances, with Scully mounting pressure on the visitors. Inkunzi were well rewarded with a penalty that Scully converted with ease. Cool, calm, collected. Scully netted his 10th goal in 11 matches. Clearly a man on form. The halftime pep talk from the coach was what they needed as they created the first chance of the second half. Clearly, it was not enough to keep them afloat as they were punished soon after that. Moloto added his name in the scoreboard, netting the 4th for Highlanders, putting the cherry on top. A couple of chances for both teams, but it wasn't enough to change the scoreline. That's how the match will end. 4-0 to Mbabane Highlanders, who continues with their quest to win the league for the first time in 21 years.
Yeah, they deserve to win. They were doing everything correct, and we didn't give too much resistance to them, so it's expected.
Coach, you seem to have lost the game in the first half. What went wrong?
Yeah, our plan didn't just work out. That's all I can say. Yeah, it didn't work out. So,
and then the changing of the goalkeeper?
Yeah, it happens in a game of football. If you as a technical team, we see the goalkeeper is if you have another one who can actually do a better job, then why not?
All right, thank you. Your comments about the game today?
Ngicela ngikubonga nje ifamily yaka Highlanders yonke, the support and i-support ne-presence ya chief kule game le. Sidlale a good game, but we're playing against a tough opposition. Ngicabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe mawubuka ukuthi iKellis uve nje leligama and i-history ngicabanga ukuthi it's a light team to play against kanti ish utawusebenza. No, the good side ngicabanga ukuthi sibe sicompose kahle.
No, the motivation was there, and I was aware that my opponent will relax based on the allegation that was happening last week. Then we take that opportunity to use it, and I motivated them to tell them that they must score. And they promised to say that once I'm here, they will make sure that they win. They give me the win. You know, I'm somebody, when I'm next to my players, they don't want to let me down. If you remember very well, take the record from, since I come here. When you hear the draw, meaning I'm not here. When you hear the lose, meaning I'm not here. But once I'm here, I believe.
Fans were in for an entertaining weekend in a fixture plan that pitted teams from Manzini to what is known as the original Manzini Derby. Wanderers made a few changes, noticeably the goalkeeper who hasn't played for a while, Mxolisi Dlamini at goal. Mandla Palmer was another absentee after failing a late fitness test. The young Lindokuhle Dlamini was given a run. The visitors kept the same team that won against Leopards with the hope that they can be able to build momentum from there. Moneni were out for blood in the first opening stages of the game. Sibonelo Smelane's rebound was finished off by an already offside Malibongwe Malinga, an effort good enough to ruffle the Wanderers' defense. The youthful squad was throwing everything they could at Wanderers. Wanderers were settling in well and building from the back, and their patience eventually paid off with Manele scoring Liweseli's first to what will be Coach Yanga's well-executed team goal. Brilliant play from Liweseli. Pirates did not drop their head as they continued to match Wanderers pound for pound, but their efforts failing to yield any positive results. It was wave after wave as Pirates' defense were constantly under attack. Referee Letitia was called to make a number of telling decisions, one that will go to decide the match. Referee was not hesitant in pointing to the spot kick. Neliswa made no mistake from the spot to give Wanderers a well-deserved lead in front of the home crowd that was well pleased with the team's first 45 minutes of play. The second half followed a similar pattern, with Pirates dominating position and creating goal-scoring opportunities, but still no goal was forthcoming for the visitors. Begisisa Dlamini rescued Pirates after a threatening free kick to keep the team at bay. As the half progressed, the Pirates were showing intent and their persistence was well rewarded, turning half a chance to a goal after a ball deflection to get Pirates going. Pirates survived a scare as they were able to rescue a point away from home to end the result at 2-2. A proper comeback from the Buccaneers, a rather disappointing result for Coach Yanga and the boys.
No, it was a good game. I think it was a good game. I think we started poorly in the first half. We had to change a few things in the second half. We realized that they are struggling with our diagonal balls. So that is why we played more on the diagonal in the second half and we ended up getting the 2 goals. But it was a good game. The 1 point, I think it's fair for the Mazini derby. But I'm happy that at least 4 goals was seen today. I'm happy for the fans, I'm happy for everyone.
Even the game we expected.
It was. Besides that, Moneni started a little bit slower in the first half, but around 30 minutes, then we started playing accordingly. But the second half, for me, it was a spectacle. No, I said Wanderers is like he's chosen the pockets. So we needed to play more on the diagonal. And we got those 2 goals on the diagonal. Unfortunately, you see these young boys, they got carried away at 2-2. We were no more doing what we were supposed to do, that is playing more of the diagonal. Then they started wanting to play combination play. Whilst the Manzini Wanderers is experienced, the coach is experienced, he's doing a good job there.
But if you can't score, utakupanisha. Kubethi nje ngishaye 3 bebangebashayela amagoli. So thina vele kusatha ufanele sifundise ngoba abantwana. Ngiko ngathi angibakhiphi nebakhipha ngoba abantwana. Fanele bafunze ngale game. So labantu lebe balapha ngaphandle bengisaba into yinto awuthi yamfaka uphansi ukuthi bashisa kakhulu abantu. Fika sibulale kakhulu ngoba bebakudi labantu bemoneni. Bebabamesha labakithi. So ngikho ngathi kungibambe ngase sengiba adamete ukuthi kanike lenye into lengibulele lokuba ngekho komuntu lo ngiphani malapha emuva ngoba yena uyakhona ukubakhulumisa lamagoli nje ngakangena ngoba yena uyasho ukuthi hey mali bani sibanga angibekise leligoli lesibili lishaye lashaya le wakhanzeka ukuthi number 2 wami lento akapivot kanti phela bani mama ngimtshela hey bona nayithangale ukena lento ukuthi abuye ngekhathi ukuthi nayiwa ayiclearish akwendeki namhlanje ngicanga ukuthi ngibulele nje lokubanga ngekho kakhulu
Esikhathini esiningi bengikubona coach frustrated kakhulu kuma-fouls lebeketa against wena.
Hey lapho angathi ngidayithini mani Nkosi yami yathi ngiyamati lathisha Nkosi yami kodwa nje ngikhala ngento yinye mina yebo ukuthi le foul yeWanderers likhadi le foul yeWanderers likhadi phela leyo nto leyo isho ukuthi uyabavimba labantu ufuna badlale bese seyifoul emuneni hey ubona wena inkingi nangabe ukhiphe emakhathi wakhiphe nangabe uwakhiphe ungakhiphi wonke ngifuna kusho njalo nje mina
Captain coach it's a Manzini derby would you say ukuthi live up to my expectations ama-supporters
ngicabanga ukuthi ama-supporters abukele ibhola namuhla kodwa thina sidubulele kodwa ngiyakhala vele nangarafela ngathi amakhathi angathola kahle ngoba uyathi umdlali na umnika likhadi uyehla nale themba kana ungabniki leli khadi ucishe adlale manje lamakhathi futhi ekushayisana hayi nokuthi uyamhlaba la abashaba umuntu la imbuka uyabhitha lo mfana wesikhothi kwamshaya ngoba vele sowuphunyukile but ufone ukuqhamuka likhadi lepa kudele ngakwenta ngoba phela
Green Mamba were hoping their luck would change when they meet a struggling Malanti who are slowly becoming the whipping boys of the season in a Saturday afternoon fixture at the Prince of Wales Stadium. Chiefs, who fancied their chances in front of goal, were first to get on the scoreboard through Pinda in the 19th minute. Inyoga El Shazana were in search of an equalizer before halftime, and Linda gave them just that 3 minutes before time. 1-1 into the halftime. Green Mamba issued a declaration of their intention in the opening stages of the second half when Mtunzi busted into the box, leaving Linda with a difficult tap-in the 74th minute. The game was brought to life 2 minutes late, with Malandi grabbing an equalizer through Mfundo to what will be the last action of the match. Disappointing results for coach Dumsani Makanya as Green Mamba failed to climb up the league log.
We don't deserve to lose the game today. We created a lot of chances, but sangakhona ukuwafaka. Ngicabanga ukuthi we have to work on defensive. Lo 2 goals nje kuba poor defending. Ngicabanga ukuthi awuyisidi le team ngaloko, because the first goal kube ne communication breakdown between the goalkeepers and the defenders, and then here they are failing to deal with a set piece inside the box. We were there, but we failed to deal with it. So we have to go back and silungise lawo mistake defensive kakhulu. Yeah, we consider amagoli la very easy. Amagoli lobo ungacabanga usakangena. In fact, it's a half chance. Yes.
I think we defended well, except for some few problems that we observed as a team, which we need to correct going forward. It's my first game with the team, and there are a lot of positives that we have seen. I think building on this performance would be a great thing going forward.
Vovovo were out to perfect their stellar start to the new year when they welcome Million Hotspur without their top goal scorer, Busiso Hlachago, who is out due to injury. It was a highly contested first half, with Vovovo getting more of their chances by their forwards in the first 45 minutes. There were no changes in the second half as it failed to produce any goals, seeing both teams claim a point each. This is what the coaches had to say.
Yeah, we played well first half. I think we did not raise our game enough in terms of, actually the problem was on the last third. We are not patient to create and find that final ball throughout the game.
They were a good team, but forced us to defend. 70% of the game best defender, but then we created a number of chances. Less one missed, but they missed a lot of chances. But they are a good team. I'm grateful for the point.
After week 10 of games, Royal Leopard leads the pack with 25 points, followed closely by Mbabane Highlanders on 24 points. Swallows move to the top half of the table, while Malandi Chiefs got their second point of the season, but still remain rooted at the bottom of the table.